This week's First Chapter Friday is Remember Us by Jaqueline Woodson. So this is a historical fiction book. If you've never read Jaqueline Woodson, she typically writes novels in verse. This is not a complete novel in verse, but the chapters here are very, very, very short. And so it's kind of got that novel in verse vibe. So if you like that, maybe give this one a try. Because of the really short chapters, I'm going to read the description since you don't get a whole lot of the plot in these quick chapters. For Sage, it was the year the whole world seemed to be on fire. In her beloved Brooklyn community, houses were burning, and the newspaper referred to the neighborhood as the Matchbox. Among her friends, she was trying to figure out her place in the circle of girls she had known forever, while realizing she'd rather spend her time shooting hoops with the guys. Thankfully, it was also the year of Freddie, a new kid who truly understood Sage. Together, they deal with the pain of missing what gets left behind when time passes, savor the good parts of the present, and buoy each other up as they head toward an uncertain future. In looking back on that year, Sage begins to figure out how to finally move forward. So we're going to do a couple of these chapters because they are very, very short. So chapter 1, the moon is bright tonight and full, hanging low above the house across the street where the orange curtain blows in and out of my neighbor's window, out and in. And past the curtains, there's a golden light in their living room lamps. Beyond that, there is the pulsing blue of their television screen. I see this all now. I see a world continuing. And in the orange and gold and blue, I'm reminded again of the year when sirens screamed through my old neighborhood and smoke always was billowing somewhere. That year, from the moment we stepped out of our houses in the morning till late at night, we heard the sirens. Down Knickerbocker, up Madison, across Cornelia, both ways on Gates Avenue. Down Ridgewood Place, rounding the corners of Putnam, Wilson, Evergreen. Sometimes a word catches you after time has passed, and it catches you off guard. Evergreen. The name of a family of trees. The name of a block in Brooklyn. Evergreen, another way of saying forever. That year, nothing felt evergreen. Palmetto, a word that has never left me, a word that in my mind is evergreen. Palmetto, the name for both a stunning tree and an oversized cockroach. Palmetto was also the name of a street in my old neighborhood, and that year, Palmetto Street was burning. That was the year when, one by one, the buildings on Palmetto melted into a mass of rock and ash and crumbled plaster until just a few walls were left standing. Walls that we threw our balls against and chased each other around. And at the end of the day, when we were too tired to play anymore, they were the walls we simply sat down by and pressed our backs into, staring out over a block that was all ready, even as we stared at it with our lips slightly parted and our hands shielding the last of the sun from our eyes, almost gone. We said, well, nothing lasts forever, right? We said, one day, even the whole earth will disappear. We were just some kids making believe that we understood, but we didn't, not yet. We didn't understand the fires or life or the world, but we knew that neighborhood was our world, and we knew our world was burning. So those are the first couple chapters of Remember Us. It is a good realistic fiction. It's great if you like historical fiction. And because the chapters are really, really short, it's also really great if you are transitioning from graphics into longer chapter books and you want to give one a try. So come by the library and check it out.